2.
Welcome, everybody, to the most wholesome and light and breezy show on the internet today, the H3 Podcast. We come here to feel whole and happy, and our hearts are warmed, and everything feels good in the world, even though it's not. Excuse me, I just chugged a lot of Coke Zero. Today's episode is sponsored by Ring. You know him, you love him. Today we have a very special guest. You know him as Big Ed from 90 Day Fiancé, specifically before the 90 days. We featured him in a previous episode. He put mayonnaise in his hair to moisturize.
In preparation.
Yeah, to moisturize his dry scalp in preparation for his young, beautiful bride from the Philippines who he's going to be seeing. Ed joins us today. And not only is Ed such a wonderful, great character, he is going to show us how to moisturize your hair and scalp using mayonnaise with, of course, who else but young, beautiful Zach, the sound lad, is volunteering his body and soul and head to Big Ed to moisturize. That is going to be happening after the first break. You are not going to want to miss that. It's going to be so much fun. But until then, we do have a lot to talk about. Now, I'm going to give you a fair warning, okay? Everybody says, Ethan, don't talk about politics. So, noted. I've got it. I'm not going to. What I bring you today is political memes. There's been so many great gaffes and goofs on the whole spectrum. This is not what you think it is. Don't turn off. This is fun times only. You're going to see what I mean. But I do want to ask before we get started. Ian, you went to that big Bernie Sanders rally in L.A., right? There was like 35,000 people there.
Yeah, I did. It was packed. It was very, very busy in there.
How was the energy?
Very energized. You get swept up in it when there's that many people in a big room. All passing disease around, back and forth in the name of political change.
I didn't know you were so engaged politically.
Well, I mean, it's whether you agree or not, there's something about going to these types of things and hearing these people talk. People who may be the president someday. It's
right.
It's energizing for sure, whatever your feelings.
Yeah, I was wondering, though. I mean, it looked really cool. It's good. I mean, I think it's cool that you're politically engaged like that. I was worried about coronavirus, though. I'm not going to lie. With 35,000 people there, did you notice people being safe? Were people minding? Were you mindful of the? Like, how do you even? You know what I mean? How do you keep safe in an environment like that?
Well, like if someone comes up and goes, "Hey, bud, you mind if I spit in your mouth?" I go, "No."
Yeah,
not
please.
Today.
Okay.
Ask me in 2 months. And we'll see, but not right now. So
Okay, very wise. So Ian is doing his due diligence to protect himself and all of us from infection. So thank you, Ian.
And the music was good.
Oh right, there you saw Public Enemy without Flava Flav, right?
Yeah, it was AWOL.
Awesome.
I heard about it all over the news afterwards.
I mean, it's so funny. Correct me if I'm wrong, Ian. So Flava Flav sent a cease and desist to Bernie saying, "Don't use my music." But how could he did that without the consent of the rest of the band who supports Bernie? That's weird, right?
That's why they fired him, probably.
And they're
Right?
like, yo.
I don't know. Wasn't.
Is that right, Ian? Is that
So
what
they billed it as a performance by Public Enemy Radio, which apparently is not with Flava Flav. It was something like that. But he said it was conveying the idea that he would be there, which wasn't the case. He later clarified and said, "I have nothing against Bernie. Don't get me wrong. And also I don't like Trump. But I don't want to endorse anyone." So that was his thing. But it's not his group. So Chuck D said, "No, you're done. You're fired."
Wow. People were joking about how Bernie broke up Public Enemy. After all these years, those two guys.
So divisive.
Yeah, so divisive. Well, unfortunately for Bernie, sloppy Joe Biden, as I like to call him, took a big win on Tuesday. Bernie's not out for the count, though. But what I do want to talk about, as I promised, is the memes. Now, Bloomberg, as we've all followed, ate a massive dog shit on Tuesday to everybody's joy. And I do think it is encouraging, I will say in a way, because it proves that even with $500 million spent, you cannot buy that election.
It's true. That's what I suspected, and that's what I think Yang was saying when he was here.
You know what?
You can buy and buy, but,
And you know what? I saw some reports about that really emphasize that is apparently a lot of, because, he was just spending not just on the advertising, but tons of money on like hiring people to go canvass for him and stuff. And there's like a bunch of reports of people that just took the money and then they go, and while they were canvassing, they would just canvass for somebody else. Because like, there's no oversight.
No way.
And that's the thing is like, you can try and buy your way, but if people don't actually support you, it's not going to be effective, So
Yeah.
Dude, see, I'm
Wow.
still bitter I didn't get any of that Bloomberg money. Like, how do you spend $500 million and I here on like a fairly large show with a young a voting audience, right, a voting age, I didn't even get like a milli, $500,000. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn.
they saw you had Yang on, and they were like, "This guy's Yang gang to the core." So guess not.
Last time I have his ass on. So anyway, memes. We're not talking about politics. We're talking about memes. So here, Bloomberg tweeted out. You guys are gonna love this. So
Not that we got paid for Yang. I don't want to make it sound
Oh,
like
no.
you get
No, I
paid
didn't
for
know
that
that.
stuff.
I would disclose if I was paid by anyone.
Yeah.
So Bloomberg dropped out after a disappointing show. Yeah, these memes are so cringy. Like, dude. And Bloomberg, you're an old, crusty old
Hey,
dude.
should we show this? This is a clip from Star Wars. Where he gets slammed.
So that's a really good point. Basically, it's just the part where
We can
Obi.
keep it small and scrub through it.
Obi. It's just the scene from Star Wars where he goes, "If you strike me down, Vader, I will become more powerful than you ever imagined." And then Vader strikes him down, implying, of course, that because he's dropped out, now he will be. He endorsed Joe Biden, and he's going to be spending $1 trillion.
He's a Force ghost now.
Yeah, he's a Force ghost now. And Joe Biden apparently is Luke Skywalker, but damn, he looks like a Force ghost to me. So anyway, but then Trump, I mean, this is so cringy, right? Oh, Jesus. And then Trump responds with another Star Wars clip, I believe, or a GIF.
No, this is not Star Wars.
Yeah, Spaceballs.
Spaceballs.
This is a scene from Spaceballs.
Such
They
a
had like the
metaphor.
tiny Vader, and he's so tiny you can't hit him with the lightsaber.
What have we come to?
I know. This is the actual president, in a memoir with Bloomberg, a billionaire, the like ninth richest man in the
So
world.
who made this gift for him? Like,
I think
what's
it was in the
going on at the
comments.
White House?
I think it was
Okay.
in the comments. Yeah.
I thought they had a
Yeah, I'm sure somebody just made
government official in charge of memes.
it. Department of Memes. Secretary.
Secretary of Memes.
Secretary of gifts.
Secretary of Memes. So that was a fun exchange that happened on Twitter.
God.
Now here, this is why Bernie should be president. This showed up on the internet, and I have to say, it is pretty compelling. Ela, tell me what you think.
I saw it and I was convinced.
Dude, I make fun of Bernie for being old because he is like 77, right? Or 78?
I think 78, yeah.
Is there copyrighted music on this? Probably, eh?
Yeah.
Keep a close eye on this, Zach. You ready? Yeah. So, I wish we could show audio. I'm so sick of fucking YouTube. So, a water bottle gets accidentally knocked over by Bernie in his excitement. And he catches it like a young, spry man, like a good catch, while the water's pouring out, and calmly places it back on the table.
And not a
I am
single
impressed.
drop
Feels like
on
he
him
managed
either.
to save some of the water. Too,
Absolutely,
you
he
know?
saved some of
Like,
the water.
It was totally going to spill everything, but he
Yeah.
saved it.
No, that was impressive. For an old man, I have to say, man. I have to admit, I'm impressed.
You seen those videos of him playing baseball and stuff? Like, dude.
No.
No.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I mean,
He still got it?
yeah. I mean, he's 78. You know.
Probably better than me.
But yeah, I mean, like, it's like a decent pitch, and I mean,
Should I throw it on?
I'll see if I can find it. But yeah, my point just being is that he's definitely pretty spry for his age.
Damn. Like, if I did that now, I'd be like, Ela, tell me you saw that. At 78,
I don't get the whole age thing. To me, it seems totally fine.
Ela, have you...
I see him. I mean, I see him talk. It seems totally fine.
Okay.
You know?
I guess I'm just an ageist.
Yeah, I don't.
But you have to admit there's not many good years left at 78. Because let's say he's 70, or he's 77, I think. So he's not going to become president until he's 78. Mm-hmm. He's got 4 years of his first term. When he finishes his first term, he's going to be 82.
Could be important 4 years. You know?
Okay. Bernie Sanders for president. You heard it here. Look, I voted for the guy. People accuse me of class warfare. Let me just remind everybody, I donated $1,000 to his campaign. I publicly endorsed him on Twitter. And here I am. I voted for Bernie Sanders.
Well, let's not.
And by the way,
why are you talking about it?
We didn't even talk about it.
What did I do? I'm just saying I'm celebrating his reflexes. He's like fucking Neo from the Matrix.
You're not under attack.
I'm always under attack. So shout out to Bernie. He's looking good. Now, speaking of coronavirus, here's Mike Bloomberg. Coronavirus aside, I mean, this is just disgusting. And by the way, Mike Bloomberg posted this on his own social media with the caption, "When in doubt, rip the crust off." Look at this. He looks so old.
Gross.
It's disgusting. How can you post this? So he goes in for a pizza. He rips the crust off. He shoves it in his mouth. This is on his Instagram, let me remind you. And then he licks every finger, every single one, 5 fingers in the mouth.
So weird. Regardless of the virus, I would never do that.
No. And that looks like a communal food, right? Because there's like a big bucket of coffee. That's communal food. Mike, what is wrong with you? My God, why would you post that on your own social media? And he like really deep throats the fingers too, right? Like they go like
it's like out of a cartoon, you know?
Right. Like if I'm at home and maybe I got like Cheetos or something, like just the tip maybe if your hands are clean. But he deep throats his fingers. You gotta watch this again, man. I mean, look at that, dude. How did you live this long doing that? He's like 78 too, and I feel like if I did that, I would have perished when I was 60. You know? So Mike Bloomberg is out, and deservedly so after watching that. Also, this was a great clip that was making the rounds on the internet, man. This is so crazy. I think everyone was in pure shock by this clip on MSNBC. What's this guy's name, the reporter, Dan? He's a really...
Brian Williams.
Yeah, he's super famous, reputable guy. I guess.
No, he's famous for getting fired from NBC Nightly News for lying about being attacked by a sniper or something.
Oh, is that him? Okay.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
But he's a newsman.
I mean, yeah, he used to be the main anchor on NBC. I mean, he used to have a good reputation. But
he's a newsman.
Yeah,
he should know better than this.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, what was the story? He went to Iraq and he said they were being fired at.
Yeah, he just made up
weren't.
some bullshit. People like to, pretend like they were in serious danger when they weren't.
Mm.
Yeah, you shouldn't pretend that. There's actually people getting shot at. We should not trivialize that experience. Right,
Here we go. I just found it.
What'd you just
Brian
find?
Williams apologized for lying about his Iraq helicopter crash. Yeah, like
crash.
Yeah, he made up some whole story about they were getting shot by an RPG or something. It was like really.
Why would you make up such an elaborate lie?
Well, because
it's gonna be easy to prove.
Yeah.
I mean, he fessed up to lying about it, and then he got fired. But they eventually brought him back. But his show's in the middle of the night.
They demoted his ass.
Yeah, it airs at midnight.
The
or something
11th hour.
At 11. That's right. It airs at 11.
The 11th hour.
Yeah, exactly. So he's not exactly the.
I want a show called the 15th hour. It's on at 4 a.m. or something.
Yeah.
Okay, so here it is, guys. This woman is speaking about just how much money Bloomberg wasted on the campaign. Now listen closely.
Somebody tweeted recently that actually with the money he spent, he could have given every American $1 million.
I've got it. Let's put it up on the screen. When I read it, Tonight on social media, it kind of all became clear. Bloomberg spent $500 million on ads. U.S. population 327 million. Don't tell us if you're ahead of us on the math. He could have given each American $1 million and have had lunch money left over. It's an incredible way of putting it.
It's an incredible way of putting it. It's
Wow.
true. It's disturbing. It does suggest, what we're talking about
New York
here,
Times
which is
editorial
there's too much
board
money
member
in
here, by
politics.
the way.
And it makes it difficult
Editorial
because what we
board?
want in politics, the point is to
How
have
dumb can you
competition.
be?
And the point is to have...
But they must have had so many opportunities to figure out that it's wrong.
Right.
They
They made a
planned
graphic.
It. Yeah, they planned this conversation.
So obviously, if he spent $500 million on ads, he could have given each person about $1.30. Not $1 million. If he gave each person $1 million, what did we say? It was like quadrillion.
I think it's not quite quad. I think it's like 327 trillion.
I think it was more than
something
a
like
trillion.
that. It was around.
Because if you do,
it was an astronomical amount of money.
I mean, it would be 327 million times a million. It would be
Times a million, right?
It would be like all the wealth the world has ever known times 10. No, it's $1.30 per American.
$1.50, I think.
Oh, it's $1.50? That doesn't make sense. It's not $1.50. Are you sure?
I
What's
think
the exact
that is
number?
correct.
Oh, $1.52? I'm rich.
Because I did 500 divided by 327.
Genius. $1.52. Well.
And it's 327 trillion is what he would need.
Oh,
to give everything.
327 trillion.
Yeah. I mean, that's still a lot. That's a lot of money.
Yeah, that's more than every country's GDP combined, I think. So there you go. Here's two apparently educated, smart people. I mean, what is wrong with you? I love how
if it was
I'll just take it for granted.
Easy.
Look how smug they are. They're like, someone really put in context for me. It's disturbing. I got to see it again.
When I read it tonight on social media, it kind of all became clear. Bloomberg spent $500 million on ads. U.S. population 327 million. Don't tell us if you're ahead of us on the math. He could.
I'm ahead, bro. Stop. Abort. I'm ahead, man. Oh my God. Dude, this is like simple arithmetic. A million. It's the same quantity. You don't even have to convert
you don't
anything.
Need to convert, or
No.
Given each American $1 million and have had lunch money left over. It's an incredible way.
That it could do. I feel like $1 million check would be life changing for most people. Yet he wasted on ads and still lost.
It would be life changing.
Yeah, except he could give you $1.50. Is that life changing?
Freedom dividend.
But then, that's a hell of a freedom dividend. God damn. But the truth is that she doubled down. Is that right?
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I forget the exact
I think
wording
she she doubled down and said, "I don't have the tweet," but what she said was, "Okay, I know my figure was wrong, but the larger point is that he could give every American $1 million if he wanted to," which is also vastly untrue.
Yeah,
because if you go. He's worth, what is he worth? Like 55 billion, right?
Something like that, yeah.
So if you go 55 billion divided by 360 million, just roughly
327.
327. Okay, thank you, Hila. Let's be precise here. Math is important. 327 million. Then what do we get? If we take all of Mike Bloomberg's money and we divide it equally among every American resident, you would have $168 per person.
Cool.
Life changing?
So it's far from a million, far from a million. I'm just saying. I mean, there's a lot of people that live here. 327 million is a lot. That's a lot of people. God damn. So there you have it. Lots of good times over on social media this week. Then Joe Biden, the front runner. I mean, Joe is just a meme factory. Listen, let's be optimistic about Joe. If he does win, Well, even if he gets the nomination, we're guaranteed so many great gaffes. But if he becomes president, I mean, all bets are off, dude. In terms of the gaffe production.
The gaff production is going to be serious.
I got to say, I'm not a Joe Biden supporter. But if he were to get the nomination, the Trump-Biden debates might be... I'm not going to say I'm looking forward to that, but that's going to be pretty
Netflix
entertaining
stand-up
to watch.
special.
Oh, my God. Can you imagine? Jesus, these two going at it? Oh.
Man,
insane.
it's going to be insane. The thing is that Trump definitely has more mental... He's not declined in the way that Joe
Trump's
has.
crazy, but yeah, I mean, he's
sharp. He's pretty sharp still, to be fair.
Especially that aspect of his personality of like getting in digs at people and just generally being a dick. He's really good at that.
That's what he's great at.
Yeah. So
it's gonna be a hell of a show.
Yeah, exactly.
It's gonna be a hell of a show. Yeah. Well, anyway.
But what would Trump versus Bernie be?
See, that would be really entertaining too, but less funny.
It would be less entertaining because I think Bernie stays on point.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
He wouldn't. I don't think he would be easily provoked, and he always stays on message. Bernie, the 1% or the 2%.
Yeah.
If you take 11% of the 1%,
stopped with it. I feel like everyone started making fun of him.
You think he stopped?
He kind of stopped with 1%.
With 11% of the 2%. If you take the 99%,
I kind of feel like I would enjoy it more because he's more. He would be kind of more of a badass.
I agree.
It would be a real debate. I mean,
it would
Joe
be a real
Biden's going to challenge him to a push-up contest.
Right.
I know he would, wouldn't he? Oh God.
Yeah. Thinking of Joe versus Trump kind of like is going to give me anxiety.
Why does everyone have my thing? Honestly, and I hate to hark on the same thing. It's like I wish everyone wasn't so freaking old. Like even Trump. How old is Trump? He's like 77.
Around the same age too. Yeah, I mean all three of these that are like in
it's
it
like,
still.
Dude, it's like geriatrics, bro. God.
Yeah, it's a bummer.
It's like a weekend at the bocce court. Or what is that? That game that all the old
bocce ball?
Yeah, it's like weekend at the bocce ball court.
Yeah.
Fuck! I want someone whose brain is in their prime being the president.
I don't know. In some cultures, you look up to the
yes,
elderly.
they're wise, they're experienced, but they have old brains.
But they're wise.
Yes, they are wise.
There's positives and negatives about it. You know.
Well,
okay, boomer.
Generally, who's the CEO of companies? These are not 75-year-olds or 70, 80-year-olds, are they? Maybe they are.
Probably a good amount of them are.
Yeah, fuck me.
Probably.
What do I know? What do I know? Well, it's what we got, so.
You work with what you got.
Wouldn't it be nice, though? Shut up, Ethan. Let's watch more gaffes. Joe Biden. So we're talking about Joe Biden gaffes. First, here he is. This one made it the rounds. Him confusing his sister with his wife, which is not exactly the best look. But hey, you guys decide.
And I'm Jill's husband. Oh no, this is oh, you switched on me. By the way, this is my little sister Valerie, and I'm Jill's husband. Oh no, this is oh, you switched on me. This is my wife. This is my sister. They switched on me.
Oh. You know, this one didn't bother me. I mean, it's funny, but I don't think he actually thought they were each other. I think they switched on him.
That's what he said.
Text Joe 30330. I still love that. What is that?
I love kids jumping on my lap.
30330. What kind of shit is that? Look what they're making you do. Text United to 30330. Who's doing that? Nobody's going to do that.
Surprisingly, people are doing it. I don't know.
Text Boomer.
30330.
I love that, man. This is the best shit ever.
None of these taken on their own. I mean, it's not like, you know, he's accidentally called somebody the N-word or something. You know, none of them are like, well, he did call that one guy fat.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Half word.
Yeah.
Well, here.
But it's about the pattern, you know.
I am with you, dude.
It's a gaff compilation.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, here, I mean, after watching this next clip, I'm definitely voting Joe because he makes a hell of a promise here. Play this for you.
And I promise you, cures for cancer, Alzheimer's, and diabetes.
Well,
And I promise
Now
you,
that's a hell of a campaign.
All you gotta
promise.
do is text United.
I haven't seen that. He's
Oh, you
literally
didn't?
promising to cure cancer. Okay.
He promised to cure cancer,
Awesome.
Alzheimer's, and diabetes.
All right. Well, I take everything I said about Joe back.
I mean, a lot of
He's
people
willing
said
to do that.
a lot of people said Trump couldn't deliver on the fence,
On the wall.
on the wall. Yeah, this is one that I'm gonna hold his feet to. Here, one more time. Text Boomer to 30330.
and I promise you, cures for cancer, Alzheimer's, and diabetes.
Trust him. He'll definitely be working on a cure for Alzheimer's.
Joe,
working
are you
around the
sure?
clock on that one.
Joe, did you consult with anyone before promising cures to cancer? I love
And to
it.
get hot, I got hairy legs.
He's the best. You gotta vote Joe. Come on, you guys. You gotta get this guy in office. And then Tom Steyer, who's out, obviously. Another goon. I know we argued about this last time, Dan, but he did spend like $200 million, didn't he?
It's something. Yeah.
He spent a lot.
He spent a lot.
I mean, he spent $200 million.
I mean,
and
we
he-
could have all got like 2 million.
Yeah, I know. What a dick. I could have got like 2 cents if he did that up. He got even less than Bloomberg. This guy spent $200 million and people still like
Just joke
barely
on him.
barely even know his name. You know what I mean? But anyway, this was his epic this was his epic rally, I guess. I don't know. He's getting people excited. There's probably copyrighted music, so let's mute it.
We haven't muted.
Thank you. But here he is, raising the roof with who's this
Oh,
group on stage,
hell
Ian?
yeah.
Is this a famous artist? Look at these old people. Look at his wife.
I'm
in the
not
back.
sure, actually. The song's called Back That Ass Up.
Yeah, he's doing Back That Ass Up, and wow, man, I don't even know.
Juvenile.
What?
He was with
Oh
Juvenile.
yeah, juvenile.
I mean, look at this. Can you believe it? It looks like a bar mitzvah, and he's had a little too much wine.
Oh, nice.
Let's go, Steyer. Hey. Wait, you can't play this.
This is free.
This is where else we
Free, yeah.
Are you kidding?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, this
Don't
is
you
badass.
recognize it?
Well, it sounded like a real drop. Hey, Steyer, back that ass up, spread those butt cheeks, thanks for the million, never see you again. Hey, must be nice to be a billionaire, you could have given each American $1 billion.
Yo, he's kind of. I mean, I know he's a dorky old man, but like
He's shredding?
he's cutting loose. I mean,
He's definitely cutting
I
loose.
admire him for just going for it. You know.
You voting Steyer? You gonna write him in?
He dropped out.
Look at him. He's so embarrassed right now, though, you could tell. So that's Steyer. He's gone. It's really down to
Can we
Biden.
appreciate that Bernie has had no goofs? I haven't seen any.
I mean, I'm sure he has.
Has
I mean,
he not had any goose?
This is what I was saying about Joe. It's like everybody,
That's
you
true.
can't hold gaffes against people too much.
Wait, hold the phone. Eel is right. I don't think Bernie's ever spoke out of turn or slipped up.
He's a badass.
I haven't seen any hairy leg comments from Bernie.
I guarantee you, it's out there.
Find
I say
one.
that as a supporter of him. But,
Find one.
I mean, he's
Try to find a
human.
Bernie goof. Try it.
I will try.
And I've loved kids sitting on my lap.
Lion dog face pony soldier.
Oh, play that. Oh, yeah, that was the best one. He called this. Joe Biden called someone a dog-faced pony soldier. Go ahead with the sound drop.
lying,
Dog-faced pony
lying
soldier.
dog-faced
Line.
pony
Yeah,
soldier.
that was great. And while Dan looks for that, I have a bonus clip of Oprah eating shit on stage.
She's not a presidential candidate.
She was, though, kind of. This was a bonus because everyone
So
wanted
here's
her.
my definition of what wellness means to me. This is my definition, not yours, just an idea, because you're going to be defining it for yourself. Wellness to me means all things in balance. And balance
Of course, she's
doesn't
talking
mean
about balance.
all things are equal or at peace at all times. Oh,
Dude, she hits the ground so hard. It's awesome. While talking about balance, you gotta love it. Oh, I didn't. Oh, no, mute this. Mute. We need a mute.
I think that's it's copyright free.
But let's mute it just in case. I do want to watch her eat shit multiple times, yeah. She's the best.
That's crazy that she was talking about balance.
I know, it's like so good. It's almost like a sign from God. He's like, God would like flicked her over. Got him.
Who has she endorsed?
I
don't
know.
know.
If she endorsed anyone. I think she would endorse Biden, though, if I had to guess.
Probably.
With the amount of money she's got? Damn. With the amount of money she's got, she could give every American $2 million. So that's that.
I gotta tell you, I'm Googling for Bernie gaff, and
he's gaffless.
I mean, there's an article from September of last year, and it's like it's literally titled "A Real Gaff from Bernie Sanders," and then the gaff, it's like nothing funny at all. It's like he misspoke about some policy issue with Mexico.
Exactly.
Like it's like not
Doesn't count.
It's not like a Biden style gaff. I mean, I'm sure it's still out there, but yeah, obviously he's a lot more with it than old
Sloppy Joe.
Sloppy Joe.
See, I feel like Trump he calls him Sleepy Joe. He doesn't strike me as sleepy. He's really just sloppy. I feel like my nickname's better. And when you think of
Sloppy Joe's great. I can't believe more people
Thank
don't
you.
use
I
that.
feel like it is really good, and and like Sloppy Joe is just something gross that everybody hates. Like, look how disgusting that is. Like, to invoke that image when referring to Joe Biden, Sloppy Joe Biden.
And he is sloppy.
Yeah, exactly. He's not sleepy.
Yeah, I don't really get sleepy vibe from him.
Hilo, you want to take a bite of Sloppy Joe?
No. I was looking at it like that's a meal.
I've always, even as a child, hated Sloppy Joe. Has been the most and I like ground beef. I like hamburgers. It's just disgusting. It's putrid. I've always hated that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My mom used to make it not like super often, but
It's
it
just
was
wrong.
in the rotation, and I just always hated Sloppy Joe.
You know why they call it a Sloppy Joe? Because it has no business being between buns. Because it's like goo. It doesn't even make sense.
Yeah.
Of course it's sloppy.
How's that a dish?
Good question, Hilo. All right, well, it's break time. We have a quick commercial break, and then we are going to be joined by Big Ed, who's going to be putting mayonnaise in Zach's hair. We're going to be having a ton of fun. I promise it's going to be the episode of the, not the decade is 10 years, the century is 100 years, episode of the century.
I thought you were going to say millennium.
Millennium, maybe, it might be of the millennium. 1,000 years. Okay? So we'll be right back, guys. Don't go anywhere. Right now is the perfect time to keep a closer eye on the things around the house with Ring products. A lot happens just outside your front door, but how can you keep things secure when you're not at home or when you are at home? That's when I love Ring the most because I want to know what's going on around the house when I'm there. And that's why I can sleep peacefully at night because with Ring, I get the motion detectors and I know what's going on. And now you can see who's there anytime, anywhere, thanks to Ring and their home security products. Ring is on a mission to make neighborhoods safer. Each of their products is designed to keep you, your family, and your belongings safe and secure. From video doorbells and security cameras to smart security lights and alarm systems, with Ring, you can keep an eye on things from wherever you are in the world. Now, the product that I love with Ring, I got the doorbell, and I have 4 Ring floodlights all around the house. So if anybody approached the house, I get the motion detector on my phone. It gets beamed up to the cloud, so I can always recall that. And God forbid your power goes out or the internet goes out, it's on your phone, beamed up to the cloud, baby. It's amazing. The floodlight is actually my favorite product because you got the floodlight. If someone approach, you've got the video. You can zap them even with an alarm on the app. You hit them with that alarm, dude. And you can talk to them too. Be like, hey, dude, I can see you. What's up? That's probably the best alarm. It's like, hey, dude, what's up? Where are you going? It's affordable. It's custom. It's the perfect security to keep you guys safe. The video doorbell lets you answer the door and check in on your home anytime from anywhere. Full home security systems gives you everything you need to protect your family, pets, and property. With outdoor security cameras, you could check in on every part of your house so you'll never miss a moment. Ring helps you stay connected to your home anywhere in the world. It detects motion from people come on your property, receive notifications on your phone, tablet, or PC, see, hear, and speak to visitors in real time from anywhere. It's the peace of mind of knowing that everybody, your loved ones, are safe. Get a special offer on the Ring Welcome Kit when you go to ring.com/Hilo. H3. The welcome kit includes the Ring Video Doorbell 2 and the Chime Pro. It's all you need to start building custom security for your home today. So go to ring.com/H3. That's ring.com/H3. Welcome back. I am joined here today with the one and only legendary Big Ed from 90 Day Fiancé. Your hair is looking moist and very healthy. What is your hair regimen?
Well, I dye my hair. For the reason for the mayonnaise is about once a month I have to dye my hair, which drives my daughter crazy. But because I have
the mayonnaise or the dye?
Everything. Oh. Yeah, the dye, the color of the dye. She's like, Ed, it's so obvious, but most people can't tell. Anyways, it irritates my scalp because I have sensitive skin. So my coworkers, he's really cool. He's one of my best friends, Raccoon Brand. He's like, try putting mayonnaise in your hair. Or his wife told me to do it. So I tried it and it worked. And I've been doing it for about 9 months now.
Wow.
And it really makes a difference. But you do smell like an egg salad sandwich. So you got to make sure that you rinse it out thoroughly. Because one time I didn't, and somebody's like, what smells like?
Oh, no.
Yeah. And that was at church. I'm kidding.
So let me ask you this. Did you try other products before you turned to mayonnaise? For example, moisturizer.
Yeah, no. I mean, I get a keratin treatment like about every probably 6 months, but it's like $100, so it's kind of expensive.
That's the dye?
Yeah, no, it's keratin is a natural, I guess. It's what your hair consists of. So it's like a vitamin.
I see.
So it's a treatment. They heat it in, but mayonnaise is $2.39 a bottle,
Right, sure, of course.
So,
and do you get name brand mayonnaise, or do you find that the different label of mayonnaise matters, or you just get the cheapest one?
I get just whatever. Like Kraft is like,
Kraft is good.
Yeah, and it's usually at my eye level too, so I don't have to reach up high.
Right, sure, of course.
But yeah, Kraft is go with Kraft.
Go with Kraft every time.
Yeah.
And do you use the same mayonnaise on your hair as on sandwiches?
Well,
Or
since
do you have separate bottles?
No, that's a very good question. I like mayonnaise on my BLTs, but I don't really use it in my house anymore, other than for my hair.
Did putting it in your hair spoil your appetite for mayonnaise?
Somewhat, yeah, somewhat.
I see.
Like I don't like mayonnaise on anything other than a BLT.
I love mayonnaise.
You like mayonnaise?
I do.
Yeah.
Not as much as you, apparently, but I do love mayonnaise. Well, Ed is from 90 Day Fiancé. We've become familiar with Big Ed on this clip here, where he put mayonnaise in his hair to moisturize it. I've been instructed to say the following, Ed, Big Ed. Here we go. Make sure to watch 90 Day Fiancé before the 90 days. Airs Sunday nights on TLC, a.k.a. they say not the Learning Channel in bold.
Oh, okay.
So we have to make that clear.
Oh, really?
So
say that again.
They're not the Learning Channel.
Oh, they're not.
Yeah, they have disavowed learning.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, they're just TLC.
Although we're educating people about mayonnaise. I'm kidding.
That's true. So, Big Ed, tell me, in the preview, you have found a beautiful young bride from what was the country?
The Philippines.
The Philippines. And how is that going? Is the show shot live, or has it already happened?
For the very first time.
This is your beautiful fiance.
Yeah, that's Rosemary.
Rosemary.
Yeah. So there are 13 episodes, and I believe that includes the tell-all. So all filming has been completed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So are you allowed to say what's the status with your beautiful Rosemary?
No.
Oh, you can't say the status.
You met Danielle. She will kill me.
See, okay, because I wasn't sure.
No.
Wow.
Yeah, but
but you are going into so you're shooting before the 90 days. You're going to be a star in the main show, right?
Well, I can't say too much.
Oh, I see.
But because it's obviously. But I can tell you this: it is one of the most surrealist things I've ever done in my life. It was unexpected. I didn't even know about the show before I.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I basically met her. Sorry, I met her on Facebook and fell in love with her, obviously, and then we were talking like up to 4 times a day, FaceTiming, for about 3 months. And she's like, when are you coming? When are you coming? So I finally bought a ticket, posted that. And then I walked over to my associate's desk, and she's like, "You should do, 90 Day Fiancé." I'm like, "Well, what is that?" And then by the time I got back to my desk, my buddy Rich, who's on the show, sent me the link. So I filled out that link.
I see.
54-year-old in love with a 23-year-old with a 29-year-old daughter.
Oh, they're like perfect.
And I bought a ticket, and I was on the phone with them within 2 hours.
Wow.
And the rest was history.
Wow.
Oh, they were like, oh, this is magic.
Oh yeah, just like what you said the other day. Like, they're like, he's in.
I can't wait to watch your season. As a fanatic of 90 Day Fiancé, I have to admit that I think the last season was a little lackluster. That's not to say that I don't love the show. So when I saw this clip, I was like, there's hope yet.
Yeah.
Big Ed with the mayonnaise in the hair.
Yeah,
yes, baby.
and that really meant a lot too, because I've been getting a lot of like body shame and a ton.
That's not right.
Yeah, that's not at all. But so to know that you guys, your reaction to me being on the show, it made my day. Like, I'm like, wow.
Well,
we're really waiting for the season to start. Like, no joke. It's going to be our favorite show.
and we dug in. We found the content. You're such a character. You're having so much fun.
Yeah.
You are a ball of joyous energy, and we love to see it. Now, how does she feel about your mayonnaise? Does she know about your mayonnaise?
Well, she probably does now because of you. She probably.
she didn't know about.
Yeah,
well, you did record it, so she probably. Probably because of the.
Yeah, she probably saw that, but
No, she didn't comment on it.
No,
Oh,
she
wow.
she never. Yeah.
But eventually, if you guys do get married, she's gonna have to either apply the mayonnaise or at least partake in it in some way.
Yeah. If you look at her hair, though, oh my God, that's one thing I love about Rose. Her hair is like amazing, and she's from like almost a third, fourth world country. It's really tough there. No indoor plumbing.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's really tough.
How was it when you visited?
It was.
Did you shit in a hole?
I might have.
Oh, was it a squat? Tell me about it, because I've never shit in a hole.
I did in China when I was there years ago. Similar to that.
You just kind of squat and do your thing?
Yeah.
I don't know that I could poop squatting, to be frank with you.
Well, actually, no kidding, that position's actually better. This is what I heard.
Right.
It's actually better with your knees bent up.
Well, was it?
Sorta. I didn't get sick. The good news is I didn't get sick. I was so worried about getting sick. I didn't. You have to be super aware. But the conditions of our country, it's tough. But I mean, some of the most beautiful women in the world, come from such a poor, challenging country, and they're super nice. Everybody there was treating me really well, and it's still kind of like unbelievable in a way. Like, did I really do this sort of thing?
Did her family, were they very skeptical of, like, I always wonder in these shows when I watch, it's like the white American comes in and scoops up the beautiful, is there some kind of stigma did you found among her family and friends and community in general? Right.
Well, so as they're releasing, clips of the show, like TLC Go, they'll do, they'll release the following week's episode, parts of it. And I saw some of that interview. You're probably aware, but 2 weeks before I was to leave, her sister was shaking me down. Like,
oh yeah, I've seen that happen before.
Yeah, and believe me, up until this point, that's all I ever heard. Like, for example, my ex-wife and my daughter Tiffany, they were huge fans of the show.
Right.
So immediately they're like, "What are you doing?"
Right, because
you work in a profession, you have to be very careful. They can make you look really good or bad, and
right.
But I didn't do it for the show. It was I'm in love. I did it it was real, and everything you see about me, it's me. I'm just a natural goof. Well,
that is one thing I wonder when they do these reality shows is how much is embellished and how much of it is genuine.
Yeah. So I can tell you this. They told me one time, don't look at the camera. Don't look at the camera and don't act. Just be yourself.
Oh, that's good.
And literally, I mean, they told me that once, and it got to the point where I just forgot that cameras were even there. Like,
I'm sure.
You're like, right now, this is so natural. But yeah, so mom and daughter were a big fan of the show, and they warned me, that it's a shakedown. She wants a green card, and that it's true. And most people, not all people, but most people from desolate areas, they think every American is a millionaire. They really believe that. And when TLC did the release, TLC Go did the release last week, they show her sister going, she body shamed me too. Thank you very much. She's like, yeah, well, he's big. He's bigger than Rose, but he's rich. And which is not true. I'm not rich.
Right.
I'm funny. I'm generous.
Sure.
But I'm not rich.
Well, we certainly cannot wait to see what happens. I know you have a Twitch channel. I want to help you plug. What our plan is that I want Big Ed to give us a mayonnaise tutorial. Young Zach is in a kimono. He's got a glass of wine, much like yourself. And what I would like for you to do is put on those gloves and start massaging mayonnaise in his head to give us a tutorial of how are we going to lubricate our domes.
I love it.
So before that, you're a Twitch streamer, is that right?
Yes. So funny story. One of my best friends. He's actually he's just a really good friend. He's with Raccoon Brand, and he thinks I'm funny as heck. We went to Japan in April, and I would just be, first of all, they told me don't bring a bunch of luggage because we're on in and off of trains all day long. What did I do? I brought big pieces of luggage. In fact, he was the inspiration. Raccoon Brand was the inspiration behind the sticker. He's like, you're going to be a meme. People love you because I just do naturally I do dumb things like you saw in the video with, vacuuming the cookies, and there's 1,000 different ones. Anyway, so he just thinks I'm funny, and when it comes to computers, I'm just not very smart. It's a different generation. So he's like, you should become a streamer. And so he helped me set up, This is Big Ed, and helped me set up my Twitch channel. I have a buddy on the East Coast. His name is Boozer and Mud Light. They're with Pittsburgh Studios. So they're the ones that actually do my filming. They see something in me that I don't see. So they're like, okay, we're going to make you a streamer and people are going to love you. And so we're playing a game called Sea of Thieves. And they're like, okay, you're not smart. So go to the hole and shovel out the ship, so it doesn't, you basically, Sea of Thieves is this game where you play with about 8 people around the world, streaming live. And I'm on camera, they're on camera. We can see each other. We have little characters on the boat. So naturally, they like Ed's old, put him downstairs.
So they got you in the undertow. What do you call that? The undertow.
Yeah,
shoveling a coal.
Yeah,
well, that sounds exciting.
And just doing like mundane, so I don't cause any
right,
issues.
Sure.
Well, I'm a huge Malbec fan, as many people know. So, and streaming is fun. I'm not very good at it, but I have all the microphones and the headsets, and I don't know how to hook up stuff. So they have to stop midway and explain to Ed, hey, here's how you turn on your microphone. Your mic's too loud, or turn your music down, or you're in your boxers.
Familiar.
You can't be in your boxers when you're streaming. Which
oh, no.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I didn't know that. That's a law. I'm
probably
kidding. Well, I still.
Well, on Twitch, sure, they don't allow shirtless.
Yeah.
Well, Big Ed. I see you've got the face on the shirt, on the cup. You've got it everywhere. You've got the stickers. Let's go ahead and so this is Big Ed, right? You're available wherever people are available.
Yeah, if you go on twitch.tv /
right. Not a backslash.
Yeah, not a backslash.
Backslash will not take you to the correct place.
That's absolutely. Hopefully, I think it is. Yeah, this is Big Ed. I'm pretty sure that's it. I mean, see what I mean? But you can find me in Twitch. If you Google at This Is Big Ed, you'll find me.
Okay.
So twitch.com. They're awesome.
So
okay, we ready to do this?
So let's continue this interview in our barber shop over here. Okay. Let's go. Take a step into here. Young Zach, nice to see you.
Hello.
Dan, is my microphone on? Am I ready?
Just activated.
Okay.
Hello.
So, Big Ed, if you'll join us right here.
Look at that. He does have hair like mine.
It's actually uncanny. The
Some gloves right there, so you don't.
Hey, is that Malbec?
No, it's H3-1.
It's H3-1. Will you go ahead and show it, Zach, if you would, please? The boys were kind enough to honor me with the H3 wine, so thank you very much. Nice. Now, Ed, go ahead. So you know what you're doing, so I'll leave it to you. Now, Ed, well, since I've got here and you're prepping, have you been to any coronavirus hot spots in the last 30 days? No. No, you haven't?
No, heck no. Yeah.
Okay, good. Because young Zach here is very worried about the coronavirus.
Frightened.
And he was just a little bit nervous about somebody touching his head today. But just for the record, you have not been to Italy, Iran, China, or anything like that?
No, sir.
And how long ago were you in the Philippines? Because there is some coronavirus. What, Dan?
A little bit. You don't have to have it. You don't have to eat the mic.
Oh, I'm too close.
Too close.
Oh,
I know,
my etiquette is too good. And Philippines, I believe there's some coronavirus there. Is that right?
Yeah, now. But, but when I was there, I don't think it was, it existed.
It didn't exist yet. Zach, how are you feeling?
Okay.
Okay, good.
I've been reading the news about that too, and they're saying that they're more worried about. Sorry, they're more worried about what people are posting online about the coronavirus than, which is becoming a bigger deal than what it actually is. So people are scaring people a lot. So just be careful. Wash your hands.
Wash your hands. Yeah. That's Big Ed's advice.
Yes, wash your hands.
Do you have any other advice on how to keep safe from the coronavirus?
Yes, mayonnaise in the hair.
Mayonnaise in the hair. Well, then we have the perfect antidote.
Look it up.
So here we've got a.
Okay, so
we've.
Tell me, and I'll run with
Go
it.
for it.
Okay, here we
Yeah,
go.
I'll
Okay,
just
so-
Process.
Okay, so this is Best Foods, which I'm a craft man, but it's okay. Okay. So how are you feeling?
I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good. Yeah.
The question number one.
Yeah.
If I get mayonnaise on the road, are you gonna freak out?
No.
Okay, good. Okay, perfect. Okay, all right. So here we go. So it's this simple. Now,
So Big Ed is now taking the top off the Best Foods. We've got the spatula. And so the technique here.
okay, so this spatula is a little bigger than what fits in here, but that's okay. I'm gonna
It doesn't fit. The spatula is too big. It doesn't fit in the top. So Ed is now.
Oh, no.
Ed, bring it over
Oh,
here.
no.
Bring it over here so we can see on camera. It's right here. That's good.
Can you hold the spatula?
Absolutely. So Big Ed is dumping the mayonnaise on the spatula.
Oh my God.
What we have here is a nice ring of mayonnaise on the spatula.
Oh.
It is looking beautiful. Zach, would you like to smell it before we engage? No.
Perfect.
So,
Oh my God,
excellent.
that's a lot.
Okay, so don't worry about making a mess. It's totally fine.
Okay, so
Oh,
And so what? And
one thing you're gonna notice, Zach, is it's gonna be cold.
so cold.
Okay?
What?
It's cold, okay? And the second thing you're going to notice is it smells like egg salad sandwiches.
now, Zach, go ahead and tell me from your experience, how is this going?
You know, it's not that bad, to tell you the truth.
So let me ask you this.
It's very cooling.
How old are you?
I'm 22.
22. Do you? Oh, you're a kid. Oh my God. So you don't dye your hair. Like
No.
Okay, all right.
But we all.
I'm going to use the Big Ed
Well,
spatula.
oh, so Big Ed has reached into the mayonnaise jar and grabbed a handful of mayonnaise. Is this comparable to the amount of mayonnaise you would use on your own hair?
Well, Zach's hair is actually a little longer than mine, but yeah, this is about the same. You want to make sure that you work it in.
Oh my God, how am I gonna get this out?
That's a lot of mayonnaise, I have to say. But we have to moisturize. Now, how long do you recommend keeping the mayonnaise in the hair to get maximum?
Good question. Half an hour.
Oh
Half
God.
an hour, Zach. Now, do you find that?
But you'll find out, dude, that after a while you don't notice the smell because all of the hair follicles in your nose, they shut down.
You acclimate, like when you take a stinky dump and you're on the toilet for 30 minutes.
They stop the smell from penetrating. Okay, so what I'm basically doing, hopefully he's not getting too excited, I'm working the mayonnaise into the scalp. That's important.
Now, can you get a close-up, Dan, of the amount of mayonnaise that's running through Ed's fingers here? Because there's quite a bit of mayonnaise in the... Do you need more mayonnaise? May I recommend one more handful?
God.
No, how you feeling, Zach?
Oh, the smell is getting to me.
Okay, it's supposed to. Okay, so then
You missed the sideburns. That needs... Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Just to be thorough.
Okay, got it. Okay, here we go. All right. So now what I have here is his tail, because I'm gonna pull
to the side, please, so
we
can see the tail.
So I'm gonna take his tail and I'm actually gonna wrap it into the top of his head.
And because it's mayonnaise, it kind of just sticks.
Yeah, look at that. It's a natural adhesive.
I got a haircut.
Okay.
To the side, please, Zach. There you go.
Okay.
More to the side, please. There you have it.
Okay. Turn the other way.
Turn this way so we can see the tail.
See,
And so
I basically wrapped the tail back into his scalp.
excellent.
How do you feel?
The smell is starting to get to me.
Well,
This will help a little bit. Did I see a shower?
Yeah, there was a shower cap. Yeah.
Oh,
we also have hair clips if you want
Okay.
to use those.
I don't think it's going to be necessary.
Yeah.
So, what about paper towels? You guys got a paper towel?
So, Dan, can you take this? You're done with the spatula, Big Ed? Okay.
It's important that you measure the size of your spatula because it doesn't always fit into the jar. It's not a big deal. I'm not upset or anything. Okay, Zach, turn to me. So now I'm going to clean some of the mayonnaise off of your skin.
Now, we don't want the mayonnaise to be on the skin, only in the hair. Is that right?
That is correct, only because of the odor. Okay, so Zach, I'm going to have you...
Only because of the odor, he says.
Okay.
Ed, can I ask you a question? Do you ever take a taste of the mayonnaise?
Not at this point.
Okay.
Just, I know you. I just met you, but no, I'm kidding.
Okay.
But we kind of were talking about that earlier. Can you breathe? Okay, sorry. So what I'm basically doing, and this does a couple things. Turn this way.
So Big Ed has put a bag over Zach's head at the moment.
So what this does basically is it kills some of the odor.
Oh, does it?
Has it killed the odor, Zach?
No.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so how do you feel? Look, I got some.
Don't worry about that. Zach, Big Ed has spilled a big dollop of mayonnaise behind you, but not to
That's
worry.
okay.
We don't mind.
It's for later.
At this point, you need to take another sip of wine.
Take a sip of wine.
Okay, and how are you feeling?
Pretty relaxed.
Okay, does anybody have a timer?
I can start one.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's go 15 minutes.
15 minutes.
15 minutes, is that enough?
Yeah, that's enough.
That's enough,
Let me
okay.
ask you a question.
Yeah.
What was my question? I was going to ask you a question. I forgot. Anyways, all right. Not important. So let's leave it in 50. Oh, my question was, how are you getting this out of your hair?
Yeah, that's what I wanted
That's what I wanna
to.
know. How-
Well, we have running water and a sink. I'm sure we'll figure it out. Or you were welcome to leave it for more. Now, like bleach, if you leave mayonnaise in the hair, your hair falls out. Is there a similar effect? Have you left mayonnaise in your hair for too long?
I'm not sure. That's a very good question.
What's the longest?
No, I fell asleep one time drinking Malbec, and I think it was in there for an hour and a half. Really didn't notice, an effect. What's going to eventually happen is the whiteness of the mayonnaise, it's going to go away. It's almost going to be like an oil.
Right.
So that's when you really know you should take it out of here. But
So when the whiteness goes, it's time to wash.
correct. The important thing, though, too, is that how are you doing? Is that you have to wash your hair twice. If you don't get it out of your hair,
fuck.
and you show up for work, the next day, A, your pillow's going to smell like mayonnaise, and B, everybody at work wants to know what smells like egg salad sandwich.
Well, I thank Zach for putting your head in the game. We're going to give this 15 minutes. I'm going to need you to go back and take care of the audio, obviously.
Okay.
So, and then if you have time, we'll go ahead and go back in. I don't know. The Ed is on a tight schedule. I'm going to go back into the studio here. One moment. Well, Zach's the best. I call him my golden boy because he's pretty much down for anything. Now, I have to say that Big Ed, we've had A-list celebrities in here. I've had who are famous people we've had in here?
We have 5 minutes.
Yeah, I heard. I've had Jack Black.
I love Jack Black.
I've had Bill Burr. I've had Andrew Yang. I've had you name it. I've never had a guest with such a tight handler as you.
Oh my God! Yeah. She's pretty good though. Danielle, I love her.
Well, there's a publicist from TLC, the Unlearning channel, and she has made absolute sure that we are on time. We have 30 minutes max with you. That certain topics are not discussed, and I just have to say that I think Barack Obama probably has a looser lid on top of him than you. So you're a hot commodity. You're worth a lot of money to them.
No, thank you.
And I can see why. You're a gem.
Thank you so much. Well, I'm so glad we made this happen. We have 3 other interviews after this. That's why we're on such a tight schedule.
They wouldn't let me put mayonnaise in your hair.
I know, and I knew you wanted. The minute I saw your podcast, I'm like, oh my God, I know it. I already knew what you wanted to do, and you're like, keep it tight to my chest. I'm like, I know it. I know what you're thinking.
Truthfully, I wanted it in Zach's hair, and so I'm very happy with the outcome of this.
Yeah.
Zach, how are you feeling? We can switch to Zach.
Oh, nice.
Pretty good.
Let's sit down and have a look at you. Yeah.
Is the smell dissipating at all?
No, not at all. It's getting worse.
Okay, I hope it does. I'm just kidding. It will, I promise.
Yeah,
How frequently do you do that?
I'm about once a month. So
Really?
I'll dye my hair, and usually I wait about a day and a half 2 days, and then I'll do the mayonnaise treatment.
Well, so when can we watch you, Big Ed?
So you'll be able to see me. Well, they're running repeats like almost every night, which is kind of cool. But the next episode, which is episode 3, airs Sunday, 8 Pacific Standard Time.
Sunday on the TLC. 90 Day Fiance before the 90 days airs Sunday night. If you're not watching Big Ed fall in love with this beautiful young Filipino girl, and all the drama that will unfold, getting shucking down by her sister, the man he's in the hair, everything. I mean, it's got it all. Am I right? It's got laughs, it's got gaffes, it's got goofs.
Yeah, it does. And if I can add one thing.
Absolutely.
So I was body shamed in high school. They called me No Neck Ed, all of that. But the funny part of that is I used to work out with all the football players, and I actually got stuck in the locker room. I got stuck in the neck machine, so it became kind of a funny thing. So I've always...
You got stuck in the neck machine?
Yeah.
What is the neck machine?
It's a machine that it strengthens your neck.
So
I was told that I'd never go on the neck machine. But so I was always somewhat of a, teased, throughout my life. And about 11 years ago, I was doing in-home sales, and I'm at a client's house, and their 4-year-old daughter comes and sits next to me and goes, "Hey, can I draw you?" I'm like, "Sure, absolutely." So she proceeds to draw a box, and which was my body, and then arms and legs hanging out. And then she'd do another box on top of on that box with a smile, and she showed it to me, and I just freaking started laughing. But I kind of realized at that point she wasn't trying to be mean. Like she was telling me this is how she sees me, which is not a bad thing. So the point of the story is when the shows first came out, like the promos, I got a lot of body shaming and making fun of, and it kind of brought me back to my high school days. Well, most recently I've gotten letters as far away as South Africa, a gentleman on the East Coast, Abe, and they're writing to me saying, "Look, you have balls of steel. You're so open to rub mayonnaise in your hair on national TV, and you're willing to put yourself out there. How do you do it? This one guy's like, I don't want to. Sometimes it hurts to breathe, and people make fun of me every day. So I just want to give a shout out to Abe and to Maryland in South Africa that." Don't let KFS, which is a syndrome I have, it's a couple file. Don't let that define who you are, and be yourself and love yourself for who you are. So, so thanks for letting me say that.
Wow.
Now I'm loving what's happening to me because I'm able to really impact people's lives, and the response is now, pretty good. And I don't really hold the people that make fun of me. I don't, it's just, I think if they understood, how it makes people feel, they wouldn't do it.
Sure.
So just, keep that in mind and just, let's, try to love each other more.
Well, a very heartwarming and kind message from Big Ed, one that's well received here at the H3 Podcast. You're beautiful who you are. We love you here. We immediately fell in love with you, the character, the joyous person that you are. Mayonnaise, ballerina, the whole shebang. So
that's a true story.
So,
yeah,
Big Ed,
I shouldn't have done that.
we wish you love.
Thank you.
We wish you success, and she's a very beautiful young girl, and I hope that you have a lifetime of love and happiness with her.
Thank you so much, and thanks for being my friend. Thanks for,
of course,
being a fan of me. It's, now I can, 65 million people, or 65, hopefully 65. 6.5 million.
Yes.
Yeah, 65 trillion people heard that message, and it is because of you guys.
Well, I hope to have you back in here again.
Yeah,
I would love it. I would love it.
So let's stay in touch.
Okay.
I will keep in close touch with your with the Gestapo in the backstage from TLC.
No,
and we'll
they're
have
very
to.
nice,
I'm just
though.
kidding. She's really sweet.
She is a sweetheart. Oh my God.
Yeah, she's super nice.
Yeah, and you guys are.
She did threaten me though when you were in the bathroom.
I'm sure she did.
She has a weapon on her.
Yeah. Oh wait. Well, thanks for letting me know.
So,
I didn't know she had a weapon.
Yeah, it's probably for me, not for you.
How funny.
She's protecting you. So we look forward to having you again. We look forward to watching you, and we wish you all the very best. So,
Awesome.
Yeah.
Big Ed.
Thank you
Big
for
up.
coming here.
Have you heard that before?
What's that? Hey,
Big Ed, big up.
Big up. No.
Okay, good.
Big up. And then I like you call me the GOAT. What's that? That's
the greatest of all time.
The GOAT. I love that. I didn't know what it meant. So.
Yeah, greatest of all time. It's an acronym.
Big Ed's GOAT. Well, thank you for your This was fun. I had a lot of fun.
We're going to do it again.
This will probably be my favorite interview today.
Well, thank you very much. I hope so.
Oh, yeah,
it better be.
Yeah, it is. I know it will.
Who are you going with? You're going to meet with a bunch of stiffs, like what, Fox?
Fox is one of them. I just had Entertainment Tonight. She's a big fan of the show, like you guys. That was this morning, and then I have Access Hollywood. Mario's out sick today, so I get to interview somebody else. But
exciting.
Yeah. Maybe they'll have me rub mayonnaise in their hair.
No,
I wouldn't. I would not. I will not cheat on you.
Yes, please don't. Please stay loyal to the show.
I won't cheat on you.
Okay, thank you. We are gonna just go. I don't know what we're gonna do because we have to cut here because I have to say goodbye to Big Ed. So we'll figure it out. This isn't goodbye. We are back. Big Ed has exited the building. What a wonderful time we had. Let's throw it to Zach, who's really the one that we all want to know. At this point, how long's the mayonnaise been in your hair, Zach?
15 minutes.
15 minutes?
Yeah.
So you've got the full effect of the moisturizing of the Mayo.
I hope so, yeah.
So tell me, how are you feeling?
The smell is really starting to get to me.
And get to you, you're feeling nauseous?
Completely, yes.
And that's interesting because you are the Mayo guy. I mean, you love Mayo.
Yeah.
And is the white disappearing, like you said?
Yeah, actually, it is. Yeah, I don't. It
You want
doesn't
to take
look white at all.
Can you take the turban off?
Shower cap?
Oh, I guess it's still in there a little bit.
Yeah, we still have some mayonnaise, but you just look greased up, man. So.
Too bad we can't smell through the camera.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what everyone's thinking. I wish I could smell that. I feel bad. Zach once loved mayonnaise, and I feel like we've tortured the poor guy so much with mayonnaise. Can you still enjoy mayonnaise?
Very lightly.
Very lightly, yeah.
Very lightly.
Well, Dan's right next to you, and he has a mayonnaise aversion. Yeah. Dan, how are you doing?
I got to say, I'm not smelling it right now.
Here, smell the shower cap.
I'm good.
Dan, the least you could do is smell the shower cap after all he's been through.
When he was first taking it out and putting it on you, that room was disgusting.
I saw you dipped out for a minute.
Yeah. But it seems to have dissipated, and I don't know, maybe he was right. I mean, the shower cap, I think it contained it. So you're smelling it, but I'm not really getting anything.
Dan, can you smell the shower cap for us for the show?
No, I can't.
Even to make the show just a little more entertaining.
Just like a 2-second sniff.
Come on.
We're going to go clean it out of your hair right now. Like, give me a break. Come on.
He's turning away from Zach. He won't even face him.
Keeping my distance, dude.
All right. Okay. Well, fair enough, Zach. We thank you for your sacrifice.
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 Look at that.
And we have basically a kitchen sink with dish soap that Zach's going to attempt to wash that out.
I did find shampoo for him.
Oh, you did? What do we have?
From our sponsor.
Oh, from one of our sponsors?
Manscaped.
Oh, smart.
Oh, Manscaped. Shout out. I think that's meant for your pubes, but...
No, they make body and hair shampoo.
Wouldn't that be great if you had separate shampoo for the pubes? All right, well, go ahead and wash your hair out, Zach. Thank you so much. And, Big Ed, what a treat. I mean, what a character. I can't wait to enjoy that season. I've never got close to one of these 90-day
I know
people.
That was so official.
So it's already all been filmed. So I think what happened is I didn't get total clarity.
But this is the before the 90s.
Exactly. Okay. That's all been filmed. Okay. I don't think because she doesn't even know about his mayonnaise habits. So that means she hasn't yet come over. Here's Zach washing out. We have no audio, but we can use our imagination.
Oh, there's no audio?
Or maybe there is. Is there audio, Ian?
I'm not hearing anything on that feed.
So, Zach, he really has beautiful, long, black hair. There's a lot of mayonnaise. He's getting a lot of soap. And Dan is back there with the handheld. Dan, is there any way to get audio? Apparently not. That's okay. So we could check back in with Zach as he continues to wash his hair. But yeah, Big Ed, awesome dude.
Really awesome, and definitely, like he said, it takes a lot of courage to go on that show.
It's true,
because you gotta open up, and they show everything.
One insight that was interesting is I never knew how they met these people. I was like, how does 90 Day keep finding these unbelievable stories?
Yeah.
He wrote in.
Mm-hmm.
Fascinating. And within 2 hours, I love that. They were like,
Yep, gold mine.
oh, I hear lots of noise from the bathroom. What is going on back there? Hold on. Can you tell Dan to get the handheld? Because I want to be able to hear what's going on there because it sounds brutal. Like, it looks like he can't get the mayonnaise out. Like, it's just sticky. Or just a microphone, just the microphone so we can hear Zach. I am sitting here waiting, dead air. We're trying to figure out how to get audio in so we can hear from Zach. Ela, what is the problem back there with Zach? Is the mayonnaise not coming out? Ela's asking. So Zach says the mayonnaise is still in his hair. He says the dish soap is not doing shit. And Ela's here to confirm. You know, the mayonnaise, it
is like really in there.
I mean,
and
it's
not coming out.
Thing is, mayonnaise is a lot of fat and oil,
Yeah.
and so you can imagine taking olive oil or bacon grease or whatever and just putting it. I mean, that is, you know what I mean? That ain't easy to get out.
Yeah.
So I can see why Ed likes it for the moisturizing properties. Although I did notice Ed said he has not tried moisturizer when I asked him. I don't know if he was kidding or.
I wasn't sure if it was like a joke.
Oh, we have a mic?
Got the
Okay.
the wireless here.
Okay, so we've got a mic.
So Zach, how's this going for you?
Terrible.
Terrible?
It's not coming out. I need someone to pour water over my head. This is just terrible.
All right, I guess I'll do that for you. Hold on.
You could just show them, Ian. Just show. Here, I'll get the mic.
Yeah, I gotta pour water over his head apparently.
Oh no! So, Zach, the fact that he's doing this over the kitchen sink has just got to make this all so much worse. Is that right, Zach?
Terrible. Atrocious. All right, I just want to get the fucking smell out. Like.
We gotta get the. I think the angle over there was better because you can really. Yeah, that's good. Now, how many times have you washed it out, Zach?
A lot. 3, 4.
Here, lean down, lean way down.
Oh, it's cold.
Oh, that worked pretty well though.
Can you keep it coming?
Yeah, hold on.
Look at the Mayo.
Are you able to see it all, Ela?
Oh. Here, lean down, lean down, lean down. Here, this way. All right, there you go. Oh, there you go.
Hit me one more.
I would say your scalp's looking kind of irritated, dude.
Oh, really?
Not looking so.
Is it cold?
So cold. It's on.
We have hot water.
It's on the warm water setting.
I think it's just been running for so long. We're probably out.
This building doesn't have enough hot water.
Oh God!
What are you seeing, Dan? Because I can't see.
Oh, it's actually this is working. Yeah, the Mayo.
Shampoo more?
I think you gotta. Yeah, exactly. Here, yeah, I got you. This is gonna be really cold.
The sink smells like mayonnaise too.
Yeah, this is a curse.
What are you attempting to do right now, Dan?
Well, there's a lot at like the base of his neck. Yeah, I mean you can still see white everywhere.
So are you? I hear you're gagging right now.
This is terrible.
There's mayonnaise on the base of your neck. I'm trying to address that.
There we go. There you go, buddy.
Thank you, Dan. I love you.
Yeah, I got you. Hold on.
And how are you feeling about me right now?
What?
Are you still my golden boy?
Of course. Anything for the show.
What was that say again?
Anything for the show.
We got you on.
And that's why we love Zach.
Oh God.
So Dan, go ahead and describe what you're working on now.
Well, now I see the ends. The ends are still pretty mayo-fied, so I'm trying to. Yeah, you know these like his tails here that are coming down. So, I mean, I think we're close to getting as much as we're probably going to be able to get out.
I just want to get rid of the fucking smell.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how.
I recommend more shampoo at this point.
Okay.
We'll
Yeah.
get just a lot of shampoo, I think.
Yeah.
He just flipped his hair back in my face.
I'm sorry.
That's all right. I deserve that.
Oh, I got some splatter too.
So we've got so we've got a lot of shampoo in the hair. Okay. Now I recommend getting the right here. Get all the way back there, like your neck area. Yeah, exactly. Even more than that, because you're gonna have mayonnaise all over the place there. Yeah. Good. Now let me feel the temperature of the water. Oh yeah, it's freezing.
It's so cold.
Hot water. Uh-oh. Are you still
Look at. I don't know if this is mayonnaise or shampoo.
Get a shot of the blaster. That's mayonnaise that's been dripping from his hair. Sip it.
No.
He sipped it. He sipped the mayonnaise water in the sink. What did it taste like?
Mayonnaise and shampoo.
Mayonnaise. Zach, you are the man. Zach's the man, people. Go ahead.
I need Dan.
I'm here.
Dan, step in.
Do you want me to wash his hair?
No.
I feel like this.
What better can you do than this?
I feel like after this rinse, you just got to put a shower cap on and just kind of suck it up until you get home.
I have a rubber band.
Yeah, there you go. All right, here. This is looking decent.
Is all the shampoo out though?
No, it's not yet, but we're.
Come on, just do it.
I'm working on it. Hold on.
So Zach, tell me what you're feeling right now.
It's very cold.
You're very cold. You smell mayonnaise still?
No, thank God.
Good. I think we're past that phase here.
I just gotta get this fucking shampoo out.
Hold on, we're almost there. God.
Zach, we appreciate everything you've done for the show.
Yeah, we really appreciate it.
Make sure to check out 90 Day Fiancé.
90 Day Fiancé on TLC every Sunday night.
Not the Learning Channel.
No, not the learning.
What does TLC? I meant to ask. What does TLC stand for then? If not, but what?
You just don't need to be so
Oh, this mic is okay. So we're coming to an end here. It looks like
we're in good shape here.
the mayonnaise is coming out of sweet young Zach's hair. If you have a look, he's lurched over the sink still.
Thank you, Dan. You're welcome.
Get out of the splash down here.
I think we've come to an end here, Zach. So thank you very much.
Papa bless.
Thank you, and Papa bless to you. There's still a little shampoo in your hair. If I'm to be honest, totally honest, you could see.
Is there a mirror?
But right here, on the other side. But it's pretty good. I mean, you're gonna want to shower when you get home anyway. I'm assuming. Well, how does the hair feel? Does it feel moist?
I think once I dry it, I'll let you know.
Okay, let me know. All right. Well, thank you, Zach, and thank you, Dan, and thank you, everybody. This is very exciting. Dan, I'm gonna give you this mic. Wow. Wow. Excellent. Zach, what a legend.
What a legend.
Big Ed, Zach, we salute you.
Oh my God.
That was exciting. We're having exciting times here on the H3
I was
podcast.
having like anxiety for Zach.
I know he'll be fine. He's a strong boy. Well, I'm very excited to find out if it worked. Because there's a lot of hubbub.
When he was leaning over, I got to say his scalp was looking raw, as Ethan Bradbury
It was
would
kind of
say.
red, I saw.
Did not look great.
Do you think, man? Wow, that's not good. No, that wouldn't be helpful at all. Well, in the meantime, let's move on. We do have other things to get to today. Or not. We could just wrap it up, too. How long we been going, Dan?
Oh, because of the disjointed nature, it's hard to say. Probably about 45 minutes.
Okay. Well, I have.
We stopped and started. We said bye to Ed. Like I don't know exactly how long we've been going.
So I do have the Wiki Feed segment that I'm really excited about. Should we do that or save that?
But also, what are you going to do before the break?
Oh, I have a bunch of. I have the whole show planned before the break.
Oh.
Yeah, we shot it out of order here a little bit because we had to get Big Ed in. They were on a very tight schedule. They said you have 30 minutes max, and then we have to get out the door and get to Access Hollywood.
Ethan, you alluded to this in the interview, but I just want to emphasize for the viewers, like, Ed was like the most high value guest we've ever had on this show. Like at least as far as TLC's publicity department is concerned.
Yeah, we've never had anything like that with the number of celebrities that have come through here. Nobody's been that tightly sealed. I mean, I'm surprised we got him in here at all, to be frank with you.
Yeah.
Well, how was she reacting backstage while I was talking to him?
To tell you the truth, she was laughing a lot.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah. I was worried that she was going to be like interrupting and trying to,
Well, she originally asked if she could sit in the studio during the interview, and I was like, no, we don't do that. And truthfully, that has happened before, where someone tried to sit in the studio during the interview, and it's just a disaster. It's not good. It's not good. In the studio is its own world.
Because it's so distracting when someone is sitting right there watching you.
Yeah. So I insisted that she sat outside, but it sounds like she had a good time, so everyone's happy.
All good.
Now on to, we are bringing back a time-held segment that we've abandoned for some reason. I don't know why, but we're bringing it back today. Dan will be joining us right now to send the nudes, as we like to joke. It's a play on the word news, of course. So without further ado, I welcome to the stage Dan.
Why attack Sanders? Why? You're getting nervous.
Louisville police officer D.D. Mega Doo-Doo. I'm sorry.
Beautiful. That's an intro.
Wow.
I'm excited.
It was fun to reassemble that. I had lost the original stinger from 2 years ago or whatever, and had to rebuild it a little bit. So, this is the H3 News Bulletin. Welcome. We got some pretty juicy stories. I wanted to lead today with what is really an update, and I kind of feel guilty being the one to present this because this is really Ian territory more than me, but this is breaking news. You all remember Little Uzi Vert?
Of course.
Or Little Cutie Squirt is Ian's name for him.
Little Cutie Squirt?
Little Cutie Squirt. You remember his whole thing with the death cults and his album cover and everything? Well, the album is finally out.
Oh.
I'm happy to report. It's called Eternal Atake. You fact check me on that, Ian? You know how this is pronounced?
A take.
Eternal.
What is a take?
What is a take?
It was a word that was in the original slogan from the Heaven's Gate.
Heaven's Gate people?
Oh, so he's still memeing on Heaven's Gate.
He's still memeing on Heaven's Gate. Now, this is the new album cover.
That's awesome.
Which, yeah.
That's as if they actually made it to...
Right. And you'll recall the original plan was he just wanted to kind of do this rip-off. This wasn't the original album cover, but it looked a lot like this. This was the Heaven's Gate logo that it kind of parodied. And the surviving members of the Heaven's Gate cult sued him. He tried to fight it, saying it was fair use, but he ended up backing down.
Really?
Yeah. And so instead what he did, which was kind of cool, is just a few days ago on March 2nd, I believe, he tweeted 3 alternative album covers, and he let the fans decide. He did a poll. And I got to say, I think the fans did well. I think this is definitely the coolest out of the 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, was this the guy who was tweeting at me to shut my white mouth, or was that someone else?
No, I don't.
Who was that?
That was
Little Tracy?
Little Tracy was beefing with me on Twitter.
Yes. And it was really seemed like a misunderstanding, if I remember right.
Yeah, I think we squashed the beef.
And the beef was squashed.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Well, that's good to hear.
Ian, have you heard the new album? Is it good?
I listened to some of it, and it seemed cool so far. I'm excited to finish it. It only came out this morning.
Literally.
Well,
this is breaking news.
How exciting.
Breaking news right here. So congratulations to Little Cutie Squirt. Continuing on in entertainment news, our old buddy Weinstein, I don't know if you heard, but he was found guilty on many, not all, but many of the charges against him. And immediately upon being found guilty, he said that he was feeling not well and was taken to the hospital, which a lot of people thought was a bunch of phooey. But he survived, and now he is in Rikers, so good riddance.
Rikers. That's a serious one.
That's the one in the middle of New York City. Yeah, that's kind of infamous.
So he remains a New Yorker, at least.
A New Yorker till the end. So congratulations to the city of New York and the world.
And enjoy your stay.
Yeah, have fun. And finally, in entertainment news, I don't know if you've heard, but William Shatner, a.k.a. Captain Kirk,
Of course.
is going through a divorce.
Oh, no.
Yeah, very sad.
How old is he?
And
he's got to be...
he's way up there.
He's pretty old to be doing a divorce.
Yeah.
Like, at a certain age, I feel like, unless you're married to a young wife, do you know what I mean?
He's 88 years old.
And how old is his wife?
His most recent wife, because he's been married many times. His most recent wife is Elizabeth Shatner, and she is, I'll tell you right now, she does not look 88. She's 60, so, just 28 years
What do you make
younger.
of that? How long were they married?
Since 2000, I just saw it, 2001 it looked like.
So they've been married for 19
That's
years.
weird.
And she's going to leave his ass at 88 years old?
Pretty
88
weird.
years old. They are
Damn.
going their separate ways. And so...
Yeah, he's going a separate way eternally.
Probably pretty soon.
At 88.
Maybe. Thankfully, it's not too vicious of a divorce. They're going through divorce court and everything. And Los Angeles Superior Court just ruled that I guess he owns 4 houses. And so those are being split evenly between the two of them. But Bill is getting all the horse semen.
What?
I'm going to read this headline. William Shatner gets horse semen in divorce settlement.
So apparently
his ex got Kentucky home. That seems like a bad
What is
trade.
this title?
So I guess he's very into raising race horses. And I don't know if you know this, but the semen of winning horses is worth a lot of money.
Do you have an idea how much a load of semen goes for?
But what did they do with it?
To breed more
breed?
race horses because it's considered if a horse wins a big race, it's considered like he's got great genes, and so that if you want to. Rate it's very strange.
They do
It's
that-
very
well, they do
strange.
that with humans too. If you go to a sperm bank, like your IQ and your fitness and your height, your sperm goes for more premium. You can get my sperm on the bargain on the bargain bin.
Yeah, apparently the American Triple Crown winner, American Pharoah.
Wow.
He's
got his sperm?
No, but you were asking how much it could cost. One insemination from American Pharoah, who again won the Triple Crown, which is like the biggest prize in horse racing, $200,000.
Whoa, that's a load.
That's
a hell of a
load for a load, dude.
Dude, I'd be out there jerking that horse off all day. I wonder if he just got a bunch of loads banked.
Maybe. I mean, apparently this horse semen was equivalent to a house.
Right.
That's awesome.
So she got the house, he got
the
the cum. Yeah. So there you go.
So I wonder if he just has like a bunch of cum and like frozen or something.
That's what I imagine. Yeah.
There's the room for it.
It's funny. You milk horses, or you milk cows, but then you jerk.
It's a different kind of milking.
Yeah,
yes.
you jerk.
It's a very different kind of milking.
That's so fascinating.
That turns me on.
Hey, also from Kentucky.
Yes.
Yeah. I wonder if Papa has
It
some
might
race
actually
horses.
turn him on.
Yeah. Well.
Oh, come on.
Come on,
Ewa. No,
Ewa.
how dare you?
All right, moving on from the world of Hollywood and into the digital realm of entertainment news. I don't know if you guys saw this, and this is obviously very relevant to us, but Trisha posted a video. She is retiring from YouTube, according to her.
How?
She can't be.
Well, she says that she no longer, which this lines up with what she was telling us when she was here last, is that she doesn't really make any money from her YouTube anymore, and it's more trouble than it's worth. And, she'll be focusing on her other endeavors.
Which squirting.
Yeah, all right.
But the YouTube is a strong promotional tool. I mean, she wouldn't be the squirter she is without the YouTube audience.
Right. But maybe, she's just found that.
That's her? Oh, my God.
That is Trisha.
Well, Trisha's going to be here with us next week, right?
Well, next Friday, and that's why I decided to bring this up because, I mean, are we worried at all that she's...
No, she's in. We're dogs. We're dogs. Come on. She's like a friend of the show.
Yeah.
She would never.
She would
But
never
it
do
is
that
important to note that if you want to apply to be Trisha's future husband, you better do it now because the time is I mean, this may well be the deadline.
Yeah, in fact, our deadline is Sunday, which we're posting this tomorrow on Saturday. So if you're watching this on Saturday, this is basically your last shot. Podcast at H3H3 Productions.
No, Producatons.
Production, that's what it was.
Podcast at H3H3Productions.com. Get it in.
Oh, look at that. We got the lower third.
Does it say Producatons?
That's a
again?
good question. It's too small to see.
Why is it so small?
No, it's spelled correctly.
Okay, we're good.
All right, whatever. You guys know.
You are bullying me.
I am not bullying you.
That's a soundbite.
Oh, wow.
Clap those cheeks.
Oh, that's
also
awesome.
soundbite.
Those are really good. I am not bullying you. Here, you can soundbite that, Zach, and just have a. I am not bullying you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Beautiful. And then continuing on with this.
I am bullying you. Are you even listening, Ian? Okay, go ahead, Dan. Sorry.
So continuing on with the news from the digital space, I guess you could say. Did you hear about this former FaZe Clan member who
fired a weapon? You can't show it. I asked Ariel.
Okay, so we won't show it
because I was like, "Can I?" Because now everything's so tight ass, and it's just so obnoxious. I go, "There's a clip of the coronavirus meme. What was it? Oh, the woman from the CDC licking her fingers." I was like, "Can I show this?" He's like, "No." You believe that? And I said, "Oh, can I show this guy firing the gun?" He says, "No." I said, "Okay." So there you go.
Well, we won't show it, but if you want to check it out for yourselves, go look up Sore Carl. Clip is all over YouTube and Twitch. Yeah, he was just fucking around on his stream on Twitch and trying to act tough with a firearm, and it went off.
Loaded handgun
on
his desk.
Shot his can of G Fuel, which is just hilarious. He was then immediately suspended from Twitch. His clan, I guess Sword Clan, dropped him. But the reason I actually brought it up more so, I mean, it's hilarious on its own, but then he had to refute a rumor which was going around that his fiance had left him. He had tweeted, I guess her name is Alicia. Just so you guys know, Alicia and I are still together. I don't know who decided to start spreading this. She's the most supportive thing in my life. She's unbelievably upset for me and still is. At least I still have her. Where you scroll down and immediately see that the person responsible for that rumor was our old friend Keemstar.
That can't be. Keemstar would never report anything that wasn't true.
Yeah, weird. He lost his girlfriend, Twitch partnership, and kicked from his team all in one stream. Drama alert. So cool.
Well, well, clearly you're wrong.
Yeah, no, you're right.
I think they did break.
Well, he's a serious journalist. Yeah.
Yes,
absolutely.
Of course. And how dare you question his credibility?
Mm-hmm.
And please go after Keemstar when you inevitably go into a sociopathic rage at somebody having said something about you.
Right.
Focus it on Dan, please, and not Thank you.
And finally, moving on to tech news. Your favorite company, Apple, I'm sure you have probably heard about this lawsuit. They were nailed on intentionally slowing down their phones as the battery wore out. Well, they are going to have to pay up.
That's not enough.
$500 million. Yeah, so
that's not enough money.
Right.
They have made so much money.
Right.
From that.
It looks like that class action will result in iPhone owners getting about $25 a piece, which when you consider the fact that people, their phones were slowing down, so they went and bought a new iPhone
several times.
What do you do with $20?
What do you really do with $25?
They're like, yeah, give us the $25 and we'll fix your battery.
Right.
They get the money back.
And the funny thing is, originally, when they admitted it, Apple offered a discounted battery replacement at $29.
How ironic.
Right.
What a perfect bet.
Many people claim they had already spent hundreds of dollars to buy the new phones because Apple didn't reveal the cause of the problem. If they'd known, they could have just bought new. Yeah, so it's pretty shitty.
Yeah.
Apple's rationale for doing this is that as the battery decays and gets older, if they slow down the processor on the phone, the battery life will last. And so, they're arguing this was a conscious decision to improve battery life. Would you rather your phone run slow or last all day?
Bullshit. They pre-canned that answer 10 years ago
right,
in anticipation of this happening.
Yeah, exactly. Well, Well, yeah. I mean, again, at least they are paying something. It's probably not nearly enough.
Well, hopefully it just doesn't happen anymore now that it's out in the open.
I guess that's true. It may incentivize them to not do it. Maybe. Or maybe they'll just decide, hey, we made way more than $500 million doing this, so let's just keep doing it.
By the way, who does that money go to? I always wonder when like corporations do these super slimy shit, like who gets this money? Oh, it's a class action lawsuit.
It's a class action, right. So what that means
So
is
the lawyers get
Lawyers,
it.
yes, exactly.
That's a good racket they've got there.
The lawyers get a fair share of that.
Everyone gets $20 and we get $250. Right. Sounds good.
And jobs for years. And finally, in some science news, apparently life will not be ending within the next month. There is a massive asteroid that there was like a little bit of concern could hit us. But we are being reassured. Oh, let me turn that off. Reassured by NASA that we're all good. This asteroid that is between 1.1 and 2.5 miles wide.
Oh my goodness!
Wow. Yeah, that's a big one.
boy.
That's enough to wipe out all life on Earth, kind of.
Are they going to show the? Can you full screen this video?
Sure. Yeah.
Let's have a look here.
I think this is a more
this is
broad, just about. This map, all these dots though, are all of the asteroids that are flying around. So there's a lot of junk out there.
Zach, are you more afraid of Corona or these asteroid belt?
Corona.
It's probably.
How's your hair feel, Zach?
Yeah.
Yeah, how we doing?
It's up in a ponytail right now, or a man bun.
Can you feel it though?
Is it like smooth?
Dry?
It definitely is smooth. It's kind of gritty, to tell you the truth.
Why are you putting those headphones?
What's great?
You don't ruin those headphones.
No. It's not wet anymore. It's not like.
All right.
Can I feel it?
Yeah, sure.
I think we're gonna have to get the real report on Tuesday, or Wednesday. Gritty. I mean, it feels like ooh, there's still a mayonnaise.
Rough.
Your hands clean?
I don't have Corona, as far as I'm aware. It's not like silky smooth, but it feels fine.
Do you get the gritty aspect what I'm talking about?
I don't feel gritty, no. Okay. But I think you just are. You know your hair.
He's way more familiar than we will ever be. Wow.
Go ahead, Dan.
Well, thanks for that update.
My fingers do smell faintly of mayonnaise.
It's like eucalyptus and mayo.
So, just to wrap this up, we are not going to die from this asteroid. But reading up about this led me to, did you know they actually track all of the possible extinction level events in our future? Now, the probability of these, you can see, is quite low. Like this one, for example, it's -4 on the scientific scale. So that's 0.0001 chance of hitting us.
Not impossible.
Right, but that's the thing. So, I mean, it's not a huge list, but all of these are giant asteroids that are going to fly pretty close to us within the next 100 years or so.
Only 22 entries? That's not bad.
Yeah, I mean, that we know of, though.
So our
be a lot more out there.
So our biggest boy here is 29075.
Well, let's see, actually. This would actually be, this is by far the highest chance, this one. And it has 62 chances of hitting the Earth.
I see. So what is this percentage here?
Well,
Tell me the figure. If you click, it shows it.
4.9% chance of Earth impact. That's what I'm saying. That one's pretty good.
1 in 20? I don't like those odds. of it impacting when?
It says between 2095 and 2118. So we've got
we'll be
a little bit of time.
Yeah, we'll have a way
to
we'll bonk that bitch out of this.
What was the movie with Bruce Willis?
Armageddon.
Armageddon. There you go. Yeah, we'll Armageddon that shit.
We'll send some blacksmiths.
Right, some oil derrick guys, and that's right.
Then we'll have no problem.
No worries. So and that is the news. That's what's in the news.
Well,
that was fun.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dan.
My pleasure.
Informed.
I think at usually what I would want to do is end it at this point, but let me just make sure that there's nothing else I wanted to say here at the bottom of the show. Last Chance for Trisha, podcast at h3h3productions.com. And that's that. So thank you, Dan, and have a terrific weekend, everybody.
Thank you.
And we'll see you next week. So...
You doing the wrap up from there?
Yeah, we're doing the wrap.
It feels so.
But I need help
but
closing the show.
This whole episode has been.
Yeah, we're kind of off the walls today.
We're closing the show on the
Off
news.
the
I think
hinge.
that's the new thing. The news ends, and we go. All right?
All right. Well, we'll see you next week, everybody. Thanks.
Thank you, everybody.
Ta ta.
Ta-ta.
All right.